Hey guys, I am in my greenhouse and all of the house plants are out of here and most of the vegetables and the seedlings. We have some baby bell peps in here and some basil and some rosemary. I think Clay thought that I was going to replant these, so I'm going to do that because I started them. So we both thought each other was going to take care of them, but I'll just take care of those. And but basically for us, once the seedlings are started and everything, in case you've never owned a greenhouse, for our purposes, it's pretty much a quick workstation to start seedlings or a plant, or an emergency, maybe if a plant got really wet or something. But for the most part, once the season starts, all these guys are out of here. We don't really use our greenhouse for like storage. I mean, we can for a little bit, but really they can't stay in here like really long. We have a heater, but it would just cost so much money to upkeep the greenhouse year long. So we only use it basically to start and stop seeds. And this was made from cattle panels. It has actual greenhouse plastic on it, because if you don't put actual greenhouse plastic on it, it'll last maybe a year or two. But greenhouse plastic will last a little bit longer, maybe 4 or 5 years. But the other plastic that we had, like I said, we had some just plastic. Clay had big rolls of plastic that he had just in our garage, and we used those for a while, and when they went bad, we just bought regular greenhouse plastic. We also have a light in here that you can, turn on in the middle of the night. We have just a tiny heater. We're gonna put a fan in here because it starts to get really warm, and it's only, well, it's 80 outside actually today. It's a really warm day for New York. You can't really see it there, but it's like 96 in here maybe. It says it's 80. Yeah, 90 in here. It says on this thermometer it's 120. We also have a little window in here in case you ever decide to do a greenhouse, and this has to vent the air, but this is where we're going to put a window to blow out the heat. And of course we'll have the door open in the greenhouse. So this is all we really need, just a couple, 2 top shelves, the bottom shelf. You can put things that, like, maybe they don't need so much heat on the bottom shelf. And look at this, looks like there's a wasp outside. But there's the sun if you want to see the sun. But pretty much this guy's going to be cleaned out a little bit more. I'm going to come in here and do some work and probably fill up the shelves again with some stuff that I'm working on. But for the most part, this is the aftermath of a bunch of planting. It's a little messy. We cleaned it all up and now it's messy again, so I've got to get in here. If you do have a little tiny greenhouse, you're going to want to get in early in the day, because it will heat up quickly and you won't want to be in the hot summer. As you can see, my rosemary's not too happy. It's getting a little too much heat without any water, but it's okay. And the mint, I don't know why I grow mint, because I really don't like mint tea, but I love the smell of mint. But I absolutely love the smell of basil, and I love to eat that too. I'm like one of these people, I can smell basil anywhere. Oh, I hear my husband. I'm giving them a tour of our greenhouse.
Well, it's pretty empty now.
Well, that's why I want to show it to them, because they can see everything. Now, another thing is you really want to add electricity to your greenhouse to vent it, or have something battery operated if you have a greenhouse. I mean, you can make one, but eventually that's something you're going to want to think of. So, you'll want to have like hooks and drawers and stuff for storage. And the nice thing about the greenhouse is you can also store everything over the winter, like your pots and your stuff, and it only takes like a few hours to clean it out if you only have a small one. And you'll be finding that you're forever collecting pots if you have a greenhouse, and twine and things to mark your plants. I ended up using spoons. It's just cheaper, because when you start paying $1 for 10 when you can get 100, you start to rethink your process. And marking plants is major, and sometimes it's smart to put like a little baggie over them too, so that the weather doesn't get them. Here's some more of my tools. I've got like a ice cream scoop and things like that I use also. Okay guys, I'm gonna go check and see what Clay is doing. So remember, big or small, you too could be a backyard farm.